Hello everyone, welcome to Divine Connection series. My name is Lillian. Today I have the lovely Dapo and Shayo to share their testimonies with us. Thank you so much, Dapo and Shayo. You're welcome.
Thank you.
And if you could just start by telling us a bit about yourself first, so just as an intro.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Dapo. Meet my lovely wife, Shayo. We've been married now for 15 years.
Wow.
I was born in Nigeria, grew up in Nigeria, moved over here to England about 20 years ago. And we're blessed with a son, and he's 5-year-old now.
Praise God. So if you could tell me, Shayo, when did marriage come into the picture for you in the journey of your life?
Marriage came into the picture when Dapo did say that I was his wife.
Okay.
Because it just came out of nowhere. It wasn't something I was planning for.
Okay.
I was 27 then, and my plan was to get married at age 30. So when he said it, I thought, okay, all right, maybe it's time for me to start thinking about it and start praying about it. So I started praying about it and had a prayer partner.
So just hold on that one.
Yeah.
And then, Dapo, when did marriage come into the picture for your journey of life?
Wow. Okay. Before meeting Shayo,
Yeah.
I was dating someone, and the relationship did not go well, and it made me to reprioritize my, a lot of things, and to be more intentional.
Yeah.
So, and I thought that let me start looking for a wife rather than a girlfriend. So I started to pray along those lines that, Lord, please lead me to the right person. That whoever I go to now, let that person be. So I was praying that God will lead me.
Yeah.
I didn't want to make any mistakes anymore. So I was intentional in my prayer, and the key thing for me then was that God should help me so that when I meet the person, I'll be able to know this is the person.
So you actually asked God, so you had a relationship that didn't work out.
Yes.
So would you say that marriage came into the picture, was that like an escape route for you, or?
No, it wasn't an escape route at all. Because I think I was more intentional in this. And from the relationship that did not work to the time that I finally met Shayo, it was a 3-year period.
Okay.
And that 3-year period, trust me, there were so many people that I could have gone to, which I didn't.
So that 3-year period, you're constantly praying?
Praying.
Okay.
I was praying, and I was reminding God about His promises.
Yeah.
And that I used that in my connection, in my prayers.
Yeah. So that was when marriage came into the picture for you?
Yes, that was.
Okay. So when did you guys meet for the first time, though?
When our parents sent us to school.
Okay.
I studied ACCA. Yeah, so that's
was that UK or?
Oh yeah, it was in London Bridge.
Yeah, we met
on the bridge?
No,
London Bridge.
we met her in the UK, where we were studying for ACCA.
Okay.
And that was where we first met.
Okay, so you guys be in a library, or so that people would know maybe they need to go to London Bridge School?
It wasn't. No, I think it was an interesting thing. It was after one of the lectures for ACCA, and a friend of mine, I heard his voice. I was walking along the corridor, and I heard my friend's voice in one of the classrooms. Yeah. And so I turned around to say hello to him. Yeah. And he was there with these 4 ladies. They were all chatting. Yeah. So he said, "Hi, Dapo, come in, let me introduce you to my friend." So I introduced me to the friends, and I looked at them, and there were 4 of them. Yeah. And Shaya was
the one that's
yes.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So when you met Shayo, so did you was that likeness there from day one, or did it take a while? So when did the whole marriage connection come for the 2 of you?
That's the $1 million question. When I met her for the first time, the likeness was not there. Okay. Because, right, let me put it this way. I had a spec list. Okay. So it was my spec list versus God's direct direction.
So you were praying, but you still had your own specklist?
Yes.
Okay.
I was praying, I still had my specklist. When I saw that for the first time, my heart leapt. I knew she was the one.
Just like when the baby leaps.
Yeah, exactly. But for my specklist, she was not my specklist.
But you knew that it was just something.
I knew.
Okay.
I knew. So then I knew that is. I mean, hey, my specklist has to go out of the window because my specklist, more than often, our specklist is in the physical, not in the spiritual, not God guided, and everything like that. And when
So when did you know that? So when you felt that, when did you start praying? You know?
Oh yes, I was. Yeah. I didn't stop my prayer. If anything,
Okay.
I think I intensified my prayer
Okay.
more. And that, Lord, I'm ready to go with your will. I started to pray along
That line.
And I also started to pray that, Lord, let her receive from you a confirmation from you
Okay.
as well, so that it's not just me thinking.
That's a good point.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and then did you approach her? Did you tell her?
I did.
Did it take a while?
Oh, I did. We were talking, we're friends.
Yeah.
And by the time I told her about my intention, it didn't go down well with her. She didn't believe what I was saying. She was not in that inclination, and she was not in that way inclined.
So just stop. So Shai, did he like take you by surprise? Because you said marriage was not really in your picture until he came along. So how was your reaction then?
It took me by surprise, and I just thought, oh yeah, all these Nigerian boys have come again. We saw yes, this is the wife, and so I was not interested. I wasn't.
So what did he tell you, that you're my wife, or?
Oh yeah, I think when we were talking, I said, oh yes. I think we were saying, I can't remember how the conversation was, but the next thing he just said, you're my, I think you said you're my wife, or yes, I'm going to marry.
Even if it's me as well, I think I would have just dismissed the person.
Yeah, so I just like, no.
No, but you didn't have enough.
No, and because it was not in
your picture.
It wasn't my picture, it was nothing, the spec, whatever.
She said I didn't dress well.
Yeah, he didn't dress well, and introduced himself as Ola, and I was like, Ola, Ola, Ola Dapo, Oluwa Dapo, and all that. So I think already his countenance, everything was just like, no way. So when he said, oh, that I'm going to be his wife, it was like a total no, and that was it.
So did you now start? So how did you now start praying? Or how did you do to resolve it? I'm sure he didn't stop.
I think fortunately for him, I had a sister friend then, Kemi, and I spoke to her, and she said I had to pray about it.
Yeah.
And I could do it because I talked to her a lot, so a lot of times she always said, let's just pray about it. And I thought, okay, I was spiritually sound then, matured. So I thought, okay, it's best to pray about it. And I was 24. And I thought, okay, right, why don't I pray about it? It's not wasted.
Yeah.
So I spent time praying about it, and it took a while.
Yeah.
Even when he asked me to marry him on my 25th birthday, I said no. And that was because
I brought a ring.
Yeah.
So you said no. So how did you propose the first time? Did you like kneel down? Or?
Oh, you did all the works.
I did all the works. She said no, and it was like there was the recoil in that, and to make matters worse, then she disappeared off the radar.
Wow.
She changed her place of education, so I couldn't reach her. She changed number, and I did. There was no.
Wow.
There was just.
So was
no
that
way.
intentional, sir?
Of course.
Really?
Yeah.
So how did you do? So you now have to go into the place of prayer.
Yes, and a year after, I'm not exaggerating.
So you kept praying.
I kept praying, and after a while, because I was confused.
Yeah.
And this is the thing about life.
Yeah.
Because you feel in one way that you heard God about this thing, but the physical is not manifesting what you're thinking in the spiritual. So it was just not correlating, and at it there were many opportunities
Yeah.
there for me to go and ask somebody else, either in annoyance
Yeah.
or just so that I can say, oh,
So that
I'm
you can
getting
prove a
someone.
point as well.
I can prove a point
Yeah.
as well. So, but I just didn't know what to do. So I had the palpitations in my heart, I had the confusion. Then I just went back and I just said, Lord, I'm just going to leave it in your hands.
Yeah.
And when I resolved that with God, I
Had a peace.
I had a peace.
So
in
you
my
didn't
heart.
get any prayer partner?
Whoa.
So maybe that's why it took you too long.
Maybe.
Because she had a prayer partner.
She had a break. You are right. Maybe that was why she did it too long. Honestly, because
prayer partner.
No,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
really quite nice. Yeah. It's good
yeah,
to
that's
hear
true.
he's your pastor, no?
Maybe your brother.
No, actually, I think my brother was praying at the background. In fact, I knew he was. Because nobody in the family wanted me to remain single.
Okay, so
So
like
they were
prayer
praying.
points.
Exactly. And they were praying, but I guess they didn't want to put the pressure on me by
Yeah.
saying, oh, we're praying for you, or let's come and pray, or all that. But I did that, and for a whole year, there was no message from her. There was no way that I could contact her,
Yeah.
nothing. Then one day, at the train station, Borough High Street, tube station near London Bridge,
It's London Bridge.
Northern Line. I just come out of the tube. I was taking the escalator upstairs, and all of a sudden, someone just tapped me, and I looked back. In fact, the first thing in my mind was that, where's my ticket? That's why I first thought that where's my ticket? Then I knew, oh, I had my ticket on me. So, and I looked, and whoops, it was her. And it was, instead of me to be rejoicing or anything,
Yeah,
I was upset. I was so annoyed. I just went, you? I just walked off.
You just walked up.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been praying all this while. So what happened?
I guess
You waited
may
for
God
me.
forgive me because I just don't know.
So when you walked up, did she chase after you?
Yeah. She was like, and to now cement the fact that
Yeah.
her going away for a year was intentional, she just said, I'm sorry. So when she said, I'm sorry, that even made me to be more annoyed that, so she did it deliberately.
Yeah.
So that everything, she apologized and everything. I walked off. I went for my SSA classes, and she rang me. Then from there, we picked up the conversation, and yeah.
It just shows the power of prayer, because even if she decided to cut off,
Yes.
but because prayers were going up,
Yes.
and God just somehow brought you guys together still, and God gave her a second chance. Because now she was the one choosing you.
Yeah. So it's on record. You chose me. Yes.
It's alright.
So when did you now propose to her, and Shaya, when did you finally decide or have that knowing or the divine direction from God that this is my husband?
So we decided that. So I think what happened was he said, okay, let's just give it a try. So we were going to Nigeria
Yeah.
to meet the parents, and so on the plane on our way to Nigeria, he then proposed again. And
Yeah.
this time,
32,000 feet above the sea level.
yes, he proposed, and I said yes. And
Yeah.
at that point, obviously, I've been praying, and I knew that okay.
So you've been praying and you just knew that, okay, this is actually
Yeah.
the person.
Yeah, but I know I still had doubt and all that, but I knew that it was God's plan for me.
Okay, so how do you know? Is it that you just had a witness in your spirit?
I just had a witness. I think I was just happy,
Yeah.
at peace. And I think for the fact that I still had the physical stuff that I was dealing with,
Yeah.
and I know that, okay, one, he was a man of God. He had the fear of God
Yeah.
in him, and I know he would take care of me.
Yeah.
A lot of things, as in not
So
the
you now started
physical,
seeing more of the positive side
positive side,
and not focusing on the things that are not so important.
yeah, not so important, like not so important. So it was like, okay, yes, let's do this. And so when he proposed,
So when Kemi was praying with you, did she give you any? Did she tell you anything, or she just said she was just praying along with you? Did she give you any weakness as well?
Oh no. She was like, oh. So sometimes she'll come and give me a shout. Let's just pray.
Yeah.
Take time to fast. Take time to pray.
Yeah.
And every.
So you fast and pray.
Oh yeah. And I think we had POG during that period and all that. So it's always my prayer points, or any fast in church, or any prayer meetings and all that. So yes, I actually prayed about it. And, so I think I was feeling at peace.
Yeah.
By the time we went to Nigeria, but the moment he met my parents, I just knew that yes, this is the one. And that was it. And we got married 6 months after.
And that's what finally came to rest.
I think also there is another part that she
forgot.
She forgot to add. I think she had this group.
Yeah.
Who they were praying about me, and they started to do futuristic prayers.
What does that mean?
How did I come to church?
Also, they were praying that you should come to the same church.
They were praying also that
we'll be in the same church.
Because I was in a different church when.
Okay, so it was important for you that he comes to your church. So and that was a prayer point. I mean, that was good to know, because some people might think that so that shouldn't be an obstacle.
No.
So God can actually move the person from his church to your church. So you didn't even say, Lord, if it's your will. You just wanted your way, though.
But I guess it was God's will.
It was God's will.
Yes,
If it wasn't, it wouldn't have happened.
Yes. It was, and I didn't know about it at all. In fact, I didn't know about it until probably maybe 4 years after it has happened. But the good thing I saw about that was that it made me to value her and appreciate her. That wow, that they were already praying ahead. And I just love that bit. Prayers can be, also in that.
I mean, just so you, for your own, I mean, while you were praying that God should direct you to the right one, once you saw her, you knew that was the person.
Yes, I knew.
And you just held on to that word. So did God give you a word? Did he give you any revelation or?
Okay. There were a couple of things that happened.
Yeah.
I think for a few years before meeting her, part of the prayers that I prayed was that whoever God wanted me to marry, that by the time I'm to meet the person, I want to have peace about the person.
Oh, wow. Okay.
As part of the indicator.
Yeah.
And that happened.
Okay.
I prayed about the fact that that I would be able to know this is the person. So, and that was why my heart leapt when I saw her. And I prayed also about the fact that I also want her to be to have the fear of God in her.
And she definitely has.
And exactly.
Yeah.
And her prayer life was just whoa. I thought I could pray. When I met her, I knew I couldn't pray. I didn't even know anything about prayer. So again, that was part of the indicator. And with that, and with the word that God will give here and there, everything.
So when you said the word God will give here and there, was it through people, or were you just your own personal?
Oh, it was my personal.
Okay.
It was my personal, and because I said earlier that I was intentional about it.
So God will speak to you.
Oh yes.
Okay.
I was intentional about it. I knew that this is a battle that I have to fight myself, and I couldn't give it to somebody else to go and fight it once. I'm just leaving. No, I knew that it's about my future. It's about my life.
Yeah.
So I had to be intentional about it.
Yeah.
And then I started to have this thing about the difference between just a girlfriend and a wife.
Yeah. So God started giving me revelation on that.
God started to give me revelation. So it was through prayer.
Oh, thank you for that wonderful testimony. It just shows really the power of prayer and the fact that God is a God of second chance.
Yes. Yes.
So even if we miss it the first time, you can still orchestrate things.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then it also shows that when you pray, God will actually give you a witness in your spirit.
Yes.
Because sometimes people are waiting for the big vision, so they're waiting for the big revelation. But it could just be that witness, because the Bible says that the Holy Spirit will bear witness with us.
Absolutely.
So it just really shows that God can speak to you in different ways. So, is there any advice you want to give for people that want to get married? Is there anything you'd like to?
Oh yes. What I would say about that is, they have to realize that when the person comes,
Yeah,
they may not be in the spec list that they have.
that's your story.
That's my story. They will not be in spec list, and most times the spec list that we have, they are probably a roadmap to disaster, but we just don't know.
Yeah,
But if we are intentional and we're just saying, Lord, you said, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from you."
yeah,
You promise favor. Lord, help me to find a wife. So that's, as a guy,
Yeah.
as a man, that's what I would say. So if one is prayerful, diligent
yeah,
with it,
yeah,
and expectant that God has promised
yeah.
and that He will do it.
Amen.
And also, He also said that there's nothing too difficult for Him to do. So can He do it? Yes, He can. Then I'll trust in Him.
Praise God.
So that's for me. It's just for us to be intentional in the prayer
Yeah,
and be hopeful that
Yeah.
God will do it.
praise God. Shaya?
So I think apart from praying, I think just having fun. Fun in the sense that
Yeah.
go out and enjoy that moment.
Yeah,
Because sometimes we cage ourselves
yeah,
when we are waiting on God for anything.
yeah,
It can be anything, fruit of the womb or anything. Even this, we just like, oh yes, I'm just waiting and I
Yeah.
don't want to have fun. But it's like in that fun, you can then find a solution to that. I'm not going to call it a problem, but to that situation at
Yeah.
that moment. And I think it's just to have fun, pray. And sometimes when the person comes, rather than us, for me, I shut my mind, but
Yeah.
I took time to pray, and I started seeing all the things that I didn't even think about,
Yeah.
oh, I know that I know that he will take care of me. He had the fear of God in him, and looking at it with hindsight now,
Yeah.
if he didn't have the fear of God, there will be a lot of instances where the man, he could have just carried his bag and go.
yeah,
And but at that moment, I couldn't see 15 years ahead. I didn't know I was going to have the fruit of the womb, fertility issues,
Yeah.
all that. But if I was focusing on the physical, and
Yeah.
I married a physical person,
you would not be able to go through life journey with you.
that life journey and all that. So sometimes it's not about the look; it's about God,
Yeah,
and the person loves you truly. There are men and women that will love one
yeah.
truly, and that really matters a lot.
Well, thank you so much. I think I like the fact when you talked about when you just had that peace and you were happy with him. It just shows that relationship doesn't have to be hard.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to
Yeah.
be difficult.
It doesn't have to be difficult.
Thank you. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, people. I hope you were blessed by this wonderful testimony. These are one of the many more testimonies that are going to be coming your way over the next coming months. If you have any questions, please send us an email to betsinplace@yahoo.com. Thank you. God bless.